Yo, what up? So today I'm going to be calling some sellers live, just like I did yesterday. I got a follow up from yesterday that I got to do. It's a land. This lady got offended when I gave her the offer. However, it wasn't a, how would I say it? It wasn't a, it was a test in the water. And what I like to do when I'm talking to sellers is I like to test the waters to see how low I could go, to see where they're at, to fill them out. And I told her, she said she wanted $30,000. The reason where she's getting that number is through Central Appraisal District. Now, if you're investing in real estate, you know the value of properties does not necessarily come through the Central Appraisal District. However, this is a deal that we just got to work. We got to understand what she's looking for. And she's tired. She's a tired owner, for to say. Long story short, just want to catch you up to speed with what happened with this seller. She got inherited the property, has owned the property for over 20 years, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. And she is ready to let go. So after looking at some comps and looking where we're at and what we could do with the property, I believe there's lots of money to be made on this deal. So I'm going to give her a call, lock up this deal, and then just work it backwards. Now, one of the most important things for me that I'm actually doing here in the back end, and I wish I could share my screen with you guys, which I will throughout the I'll share I'll share with you guys throughout the whole process. But before I jump on the phone with her, I'm gonna make sure that I have a contract available to be able to send to her, so that way we could get that drafted up, and hopefully she is ready to sign. I gotta fill her out and just work it backwards. Now, I believe we can lock it up for an MAO. MAO is maximum allowable offer. I would say $35,000. However, I'm definitely going to shoot for, I'm going to shoot for 23,000, 24,000. That's where I want to be at. That's what I want to shoot for. So I'm going to jump with her on the phone, and hopefully she's available to talk right now and see if we can do this deal and make it happen. So let's give her a call. This property is located in Cleveland, Texas. So her number, she's from New York. Good afternoon.
It's evening here in New York. It's after 8 o'clock.
Oh my goodness! You're 2 hours ahead. Is it 8:43 or 7:43?
It's 8:43.
Oh my goodness! I am so sorry. I don't know why I thought it was the opposite time zone.
No, it's okay.
Oh
it's
my
okay.
gosh! Did I catch you at a bad time? Were you getting ready for bed?
Fine. No, I'm already in bed, but it's okay.
Oh my goodness! How was your day? You have a good day? Still cold? How are you feeling? I know you were sick yesterday. You feeling better?
I'm much better. Yeah, I just put a mask on today. It went out. The winds are 40 miles an hour. It's blowing me like I'm a piece of paper.
Gosh, 40 miles per hour. Today is the first day here in Texas.
Yeah,
we got 17 mile per hour wind, and I thought it was crazy. I can only imagine what 40 miles per hour is.
Yeah, well, try walking, being 119 pounds and carrying packages and being blown by the wind. So it's funny. But it's okay. So I just made some soup and went to bed.
Wow. Well, I hope, I'm glad that you said you got out today.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's
I was
good.
Out all day mostly. Yeah, I was out yesterday too. I go out every day.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. But in 40 miles, I'm just imagining that. The 17 miles was crazy, but now 40 miles, like, wow.
Yeah, it's the way it is here. It's like we live in the canyons and it's really cold. I live 2 blocks away from the 2 blocks away from the Hudson River. So here in Queens, so it's cold here. It's very cold.
Wow. Well, I'm
And
pretty
majority
sure
of everybody over here is cold.
you're
Yeah, it's
you're
cold
used
over
to it
here.
by now, right?
Yeah, yeah. I wish it would snow. It would make it feel so much better.
If it were to snow,
Yeah, the snow would make it real pretty and nice.
okay, yeah,
It's just
scenery
hard.
wise, but I was about to say I feel like it would be a lot a lot more colder if it were to snow.
No, but it's nice and it still would make pack. At least now the ground is just hard like a rock. The snow would make it nice and crunchy.
I could see that. I could see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, 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 definitely.
hmm
Well,
The
I
kids would have fun because the kids now running inside screaming and hollering because they're being blown like the wind. So I put water out for the birds today in front of my building, and the pan blew away with water in it. So I'm like, okay, we talking heavy wind. So it is. It's gonna be like this. I think until tomorrow, and then Saturday we're getting snow.
Wow. Wow. So
Yeah.
tonight we're actually supposed to get snow here where we're at.
Yeah, I
They
heard. I
said,
saw that on TV. I saw it on TV. You guys supposed to get snow.
yeah, it was supposed to be yesterday. It didn't happen, and it was today. And that I mean, when they say that, most of the time it doesn't happen. But we'll see. I'm hoping. We haven't seen snow. We didn't see snow all last year, so
Mm. Yeah. Oh, I didn't know El Paso gets snow.
yeah, we typically get it like once or twice a year, but I mean, the drivers over here do not know how to drive when they like people don't know how to act. If it snows, like, oh my gosh, the world's ending here.
Mm. No. So no, we haven't had a bad snowstorm, a really, really bad one since I think '96 or '90 something. We haven't had a really bad one, like where 2, 3 feet of snow where you walk, the snow was up to my knees. Yeah, then we haven't had one like that in a long time. Buffalo has a bad snow. Upstate New York has a really bad snow.
Have you ever experienced that, like up to your knees?
Yeah, yeah. I actually had snow up to my knees because I had on boots, and I put my foot down to go into something with my daughter, and I actually had snow almost up to my knees. But I'm short. I'm only like 5'2", 5'1", maybe. No. So yeah, but it's nice. It doesn't bother me. The weather here does not bother me. Only I hate the summer in New York. The summer sucks here in New York. It's absolutely disgusting.
And
Yes,
why is that? Is it just
the humidity is very bad. The trains are bad. The trains are bad. The humidity here in New York is very, very bad. You can't breathe, and you go into the subways and my air conditioning. You're standing there. People don't take a bath.
Oh my gosh!
Smell, and you locked in a tube with them. Trains.
Well, now I have a question for you. Since you actually in New York and you experience this, how is the violence? Like, I know there's a media side of it, but you being there, like, do you fear when you get on the subway, or like, has it always been like that? Would you say it's worse now? Would you say like what the media portrays? Like, I mean, you're living it.
I would say I've been back in New York since 1963, and I used to come every summer. But I don't know. I don't have fear. I just know how to move and when to move and when to go.
Okay.
You know if you're uncomfortable with something, you feel
Something
your gut tells
yeah.
you to move and stuff like that. And that goes without saying. That goes anywhere. But yeah, we've had some pretty bad accidents here recently. Yeah.
It was so crazy.
Yeah. It is like this anywhere though. People are crazy basically.
And that's what I'm saying. I feel like New York, just because it's New York, it might get more of a spotlight. But like, I mean, that's happening everywhere.
Yeah. Well, we had the guy that set the lady on fire around Christmas time in the train. That was crazy. It was insane. Poor thing. She died. He set her on fire in the train, but he
watched her. Didn't he watch her? Like, I saw videos and he watched her.
Yeah, that's what he did. He sat down and watched it. Yeah.
And then I saw PD like walking by. Like, I saw a police officer walk by, like on some videos.
He was a migrant too. He top it all up. He's a migrant living in a shelter. We feeding and taking care of him. He's setting people on fire. Yeah. He'll get off. He won't come out of jail anymore. He was deported twice, I think, and came back into the United States anyway. So, there.
How's the migrant issue?
It's very bad, pretty bad, but it's much better. Texas should stop. I think Texas has stopped sending them here because they're waiting for Trump to. Trump told he's coming to get them. So I guess it would be ridiculous to keep coming to New York because he's definitely gonna throw them out of here. He's definitely gonna do that. Definitely, he's coming for them. He already told them that's what his first day. That's what his idea is. It's just how bad he's gonna do it. That's all.
I think he's gonna go. He's gonna go all in. He's gonna go all in. Because
yeah, he is. He's very. He's talking crazy. He's absolutely insane. He wants to make Canada the 51st state. He wants to buy Greenland. Is he insane? You can't buy Canada. Own Canada. Is he stupid? He wants to change the Gulf of Mexico to America. So, this is what he was talking about today on TV. Wouldn't that sound good? He goes, the man is insane. He's a narcissist. So anyway, he's the only person I know next to Teflon Don, the mafia guy that died years ago. He thinks anything he does is never wrong. He's always right. So he's trying to beat the felony conviction by Friday. I think he's going to Supreme Court to see if he can stop them from doing that. He's not going to do anything. He's not going to go to jail. He's not going to do anything. He's not going to pay a fine. He's not going to do anything. So what does he care? He is a lousy, stinking felon. He is that. He's a narcissist. He's egocentric. He is all about himself. He doesn't give a damn about anybody else. It's just how much money he can get out of it. That's all. I have no respect for that at all. He's a sleaze. He's a racist. So I have no respect for the man.
Yeah, it's definitely he's definitely crazy. He's definitely crazy.
Yeah, how are you going to go say you want Canada to become a 51st state of the United States? Is he insane? And he wants to buy Greenland.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that Donald Trump was in Greenland, and then I started seeing I don't know where.
Yeah, I'm like, this doesn't make any sense to me. Can you be any crazier than this? And wants to send National Guard, I guess, to Panama. This man, is he insane? And these idiot Republicans, these assholes, don't have no. They have. I'll put it this way. This is what I say in New York. They have balls and bats, and they don't even own them. Donald Trump owns them. He squeezes them, and they say, "Hi, I can jump." Just a mess of up while you
I like that way you said. Say it again. They have balls and what did you? And Donald Trump owns them.
He has balls and bats, and yeah, Donald Trump owns them. Really think about it.
I couldn't agree anymore. I agree with you.
I have no respect for them. None. No respect for them at all. None. And these crazy men want to tell people what to do, and they want to take their Viagra drug to keep them proficient. And in the meantime, you're going to tell women how to live their lives. It doesn't make any sense to me. We've gone backwards instead of going forward. I was a protest. I did protesting and everything when I was younger.
Really? I've never been part of
it. It's interesting. You fight for what you believe in. You fight. Yeah.
But then you have other people that are the same way, and I bet you that's when you.
Well, basically, I started protest when I was in 65. Yeah, 1965. I did protesting. Yeah. And I worked with Planned Parenthood, and I worked also on 42nd Street with council. So I have no illusions here about things. I'm liberal, but I'm honest, and I'm not. I can see the forest in the trees. And I know when to stop and where to go. So, I work with prostitutes on 42nd Street. You don't scare me easy.
Is that what 42nd Street is, like a prostitute?
Well, years
street?
ago, yeah. Back in the 70s and 80s, yeah. Yeah, it was that. When I was going to school as a counselor, being training, yeah. It was really, that was a little bit scary. I had to get used to that. My father was upset with me. Yeah, he didn't like me very much. He was angry with me about doing that. I'm like, you don't pay for my education. I'm paying for it, so we care. He always said I should have been the boy. He always said that to me before he died. He said, "You know, baby," and I go, "What, Dad?" He goes, "You should have been the boy." He said, because you're tough. And I said, well, you made me like that. I go, yeah, you sure did. You made me like not trust anybody. Not too much trusting. And, I call a spade, and I don't have a problem doing it. So that's why Texas and I don't get along. Nowhere we can get along. So I'm my own person. I don't really care.
That's good. I think that's like you said. It doesn't matter what anybody thinks. You do.
No,
You do, and obviously you've been around to know and learn, and I mean, especially like in a city like, and that's what I think, like New York. Like when I think New York, I think big and just versatile. There's so many different. I mean, there's so much going on there. So I'm pretty sure you've had your experience and your life lessons and your learning lessons also.
No, I grew up in a divorced home, so this is when it wasn't proper to be parents to be divorced and your parents to be separated. People used to, you were like the oddball out. Everybody had a mommy and daddy in the house, and you didn't. And your daddy was raising you, and you were flying here, going there. So you were like the oddball out. So I learned to have a shield that I really didn't. I learned not to care. So I learned very early. I really don't care what you think. I learned that very early. Mm-hmm.
That's
so. At that time, it was like you were the oddball out. Everybody was like, "Oh, you don't live with your mom and dad. You live with your dad. You go, this." And it's kind of different. So New York prepares you for whatever. And traveling and going to Texas to visit my grandmother in California and Arizona, and, I learned a lot, and I'm a product of all that. So that's it. And what are you going to tell me about this property? Because I know we're not going to have an agreement. So it was really nice chatting with
you. You're so confident, huh? I was going to ask you, are you ready for the good news?
No, because look, let me put it to you very honestly. I don't like what you guys do. I don't appreciate that. I think you're people take advantage of the situation, and I understand it's a job. You're here to sell somebody a deal and flip their property and do whatever you get the best out of the deal. I get that. There is no difference between you guys and Donald Trump. Only thing that you're a little cooler.
Yeah, whoa.
I mean, from a financial point of view.
I was like, wow, right in the heart, huh?
Yeah, there's no difference. It's all about yourself and the person that you're buying the property for. He doesn't give a shit about me. He doesn't care.
Well,
and I don't care anything about him, because I look at it this way. Whatever I'm in, I can always find my way out. I don't, whatever happens to me, I can usually take care of myself. And that's it. So I don't sell myself short.
No, why would you though? You should never, ever.
It is, and I'm not. It is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
I was a single parent. I'm a single parent, and my daughter's a single parent. So I was a single parent when it wasn't nice to be a single parent. So I didn't believe in running off and getting married. I didn't believe in that. I didn't believe you should get married. Oh, you got to get the baby a name. I don't need your damn name. You're not John D. Rockefeller. I don't need it. Yeah. That was my father taught me that. He told me, you have a problem, you take care of it. If you don't take care of it, you do what you got to do. That's it. It's nobody's problem but yours. And he always told me, don't ever take the man's name. If you ever find yourself, this was when I was young, you never ever do that. I want to tell you something really funny. This is a joke. I was like, I don't know how I was. I asked my father, we was at a wedding. And I go, Daddy. He goes, yeah. I said, she's getting married. She's sad. He goes, no. So later on, this friend had the baby, right? And my father went to visit. So I come out there. I go, Daddy, how did she get the baby so fast? He goes, the first one was at the wedding, and the first one could come at any time. The second one takes 9 months. Mm. I will never forget that as long as I live.
Wow.
Yeah.
Your dad was a white, like he sounds like he taught you a lot.
He was a womanizer. He just taught me too much.
He taught you too much, the way you say.
He did. He admitted that before he died. He did. He admitted it before. He said, I made you too tough and you don't care. He goes, you're right. You're right about that. You're right. He's really, really right. Yeah, he knew I could take care of basically anything.
Well, it's good. And now look at who you become.
No, I got even worse when he got very sick. My father got very sick, and I was trying to get him to come to New York to see a doctor here, and he wouldn't do chemo. My father had cancer. He had like 18 months to live. He missed it by one day, and because I worked in NYU at the time, and I went to one of the top doctors there because he had cancer, and he said to me, Deidre, he has less than so many months to live. And I said, what do you think about chemo? He said, no, don't put him to that. It's not worth it. So his surgeon sent him to this doctor at, what's it called down in Texas? It's St. Luke's. What is it called? What's that cancer hospital down in Texas? Oh, it's not John Seeley. John Seeley is in Galveston.
Is it in Houston?
Anyway, yeah, it's in Houston. I forgot, but it's part of St. Luke's. It's not Anderson. What's the name of it? It's a cancer hospital, big cancer hospital.
I know what you're talking about because my cousin just last week got diagnosed. And they were talking about moving her there.
It's a very good hospital, really, really good. I mean, they have top doctors and surgeons there. But his doctor, who sent him to a chemo doctor, and this was just before he died, a few months before he died. The doctor says to him, well, you need to do chemo, blah, 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 whatever. And the doctor said, well, I got to talk to my daughter.
Wow.
This is exactly about 5 weeks before he died. Because he was already yellow, because I was down there. I said, Dad, what are you going to do? Your hands are getting yellow. He goes, no, I'm not doing it. I'm like, okay, fine. And I would come back to New York, and this doctor told him, he was really, really rude to him. So he told my father, he said, well, if you're here in a month, I'll see you. And that hit him like throwing cold water in his face. He said, who do you think your daughter is? And when he called me and told me, my father was crying. I said, give me his name, rank, and serial number. I will take care of it. I did. I filed a complaint.
No, I'm about to say, and I know you handled that well. I know you handled that.
Yeah, I did. I took him to the board. And you know what I did when my dad died? I used my mother's maiden name, and I went to see him in his office. That's right.
You went to see him in his office?
That's right. I made an appointment with him as a patient.
Oh my gosh. How did that go?
It went really bad. And I told him, I'm the one that's filing, taking you to court. You were a professional. He said, you, and he kept, I go, no, I'm Deidre. Yes, I'm Deidre Jabril. I use my mother's maiden name, but I am really Deidre Pillow. James Pillow's daughter, that's who I am. So I got your ass. I said, and I'm going to nail you sucker to the wall. And I did.
Oh my gosh. What did he tell you when you're in his, I could just imagine the look on his face.
I'll walk out of here. I don't care. I just want to let you know I'm going to take you down. Because you don't talk to anybody like that. Because if you did that to my father,
absolutely.
I can't imagine.
Who else is doing that to?
I have no clue. But I did it.
But it was happening to more people. That's the thing.
Of course it was.
But it takes someone to stand up, and that's exactly we need.
No,
more.
I've been like that all my life. I mean, I had to fight and take care of things. But I mean, that's how it is. Even if that's Texas for you, though. You have no idea how many insults I've received there. No idea, and it's like whatever. It is what it is. And I grew up in racism in Texas, being there. It's just whatever. But my grandmother was very smart, a very intelligent woman. And that part I'm angry with my father about. This poor woman bought this, because I got the paper. I was looking at them, as a matter of fact, today I pulled them out to look at them. She bought this property back in 1918 on $5 a week. Okay? This is what she was making. My father's father died, and she finished paying for that property on her own. And my father was born. He never saw his father because he was killed on the railroad track.
Oh, wow.
And she paid for that property on her own, 5 acres of land. And this man couldn't hold on to it when she gave him everything she had. She gave him everything she had, everything, and he sold and chopped it up and gave it away. I told my brother. I said, when I'm coming to the cemetery, God's will this year. I said, I'm going to tell him off when I get there. he says, well, he can't hear you. I said, oh no, he'll know I'm pissed off.
Oh, he's gonna know I'm here. He's gonna know I'm here.
Yeah, he'll know I'm here. Yeah, he will know I'm there. Yeah, he was a piece of work.
Well, really and you said something right now that just kind of triggered my mind, and like that's one thing that I want to make very, very clear. Like you say, like every time I go to Texas, I've been insulted. Like, and yesterday it made me feel bad because like it wasn't even the offer; it was just based on what the research that I was looking at and what we discussed.
It's okay. I mean, you're entitled. I mean, I just said I was offended by it, but I would say that to anybody. I mean, I wasn't meaning to be malicious.
No, I know, but I like when I
find it. I like people to, and I understand you have to do your job. I get that, but it's just like an insult. It's somebody throwing cold water in your face, and you have to understand one thing. I have a lot of issues, emotional issues with the property, and that's something why I still have it, the nightmare at 27 years later. Okay, so you have to understand that if I wanted to get rid of it. When he died, I should have gotten rid of it, but I didn't.
No, and okay. I totally get that. And again,
so
like
this is an emotional tie to me. Okay, this is emotional for me. And I went and looked at my grandmother's papers. Matter of fact, today this morning, I looked. I said, this poor woman did this all, and this man pissed it all away. And now they're going to the last piece that's here. You can tell it's what it's worth. And it was very hard.
No, but absolutely. And you said your niece still lives on that street, right, by the railroad track?
Yeah, she lives in my grandmother's house.
Yeah.
Yeah, she lives in my grandmother's house. My father gave it to his son, which is Richard, and Richard lets his sister live there, which is fine. Like he said, you don't plan to live in Texas. He said, you're a New York junkie. And I said, hey, not a problem. You're right. I don't intend to live there. So he didn't, but he could have done it differently. But my father was married twice, so he left the house to his second family.
Okay, yeah, because you said the Richard left it to his sister.
Yeah, he's my
brother.
I was
like, but that was like his side. Okay.
Yeah, so he has the house, and he's, he gave it to his son, right? So his son has it because he has his home in Conroe, Texas. He has a beautiful home in Conroe, Texas. So he's fine. And he works for ICE. He worked with Huntsville Prison for 20 years. And then he left his job on a Friday and went to work for ICE on a Monday.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he works for ICE in Texas, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, he works for them. So.
Do you still have contact with him, or?
I don't know. I know he still works, because he was telling me he's thinking of leaving the job in another 2 years. Because my brother was 61. He'll be 62 this year. Yeah, he'll be 62. Yeah. So that's it. And
is that your only brother?
There's only one alive, yeah. I have two brothers that are deceased. My brother's from my mother's, my father's first marriage. I'm the second child from his first marriage. And my brother's deceased. And my brother from the second marriage is deceased. So it's just only Richard and I left. My father had 2 kids with each with each wife, I should say.
Yeah. Yeah. But you still talk to Richard?
Oh yeah, we talk.
That's good.
He's my brother. Yeah, he's a character in the house. I got him straight the other day because I had called him and he works for ICE. He's always complaining. He recently got married about 3 years ago. He's still married. I said to him when he called me, I said, "Are you still married?" He goes, "You need to behave yourself." I go, "No, I'm just asking you still married. You got married, whatever." And he goes, "Yeah, I'm still married." I'm like, "Okay, so far." And I said, "Well, the next time I call you and you don't call me back promptly, I will never pick up the phone again. Do I make myself clear to you?" I said, "Do you understand me? You have ignored me, not called me, find excuses." I said, when you come to New York, you were here the last time. You called me the day that you were having your party. I knew you were here already, but I was waiting for you to call me. I said, but you ever do that again, You forget that I'm your sister. Next time, I said, the next time they have 9/11, don't ever call me here in New York again crying.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'm bad. Yeah, because when they had 9/11 here, he must have called my house like, I don't know how many times, hysterical, screaming and crying on the phone. Because I was at work.
Wow, so you were in New York when that happened?
Yeah. I've been back in New York since 1963.
What was that like? What was that experience
That was
like?
hell. That was pure hell. That was pure hell. I didn't go into subways for 3 days. I walked to work. I walked. I would not go in the subway. A lot of people did that. We didn't go in the subway. We walked.
Yeah, I mean, I
I walked
probably
home
wouldn't
from work.
even walk. I probably wouldn't.
No,
I feel like there was
I
like
walked. I was in, where was I? I was at NYU. I was in Madison. I'm trying to think, where was I? Oh, I was in, no, the blackout, I was at NYU. Yeah, 9/11. I think I was working in the hospital. Yeah. So, yeah, it was hard. It was very, very hard. So I walked home.
Do you still remember?
2.5 hours.
Do you still remember it, or like
Yeah.
was it visible or no?
Yeah, I could see the smoke from where I live. I live in Astoria, right by the river. Yeah. I went down there and I took socks to the guys and stuff like that. My daughter had 3 friends died who were cops and EMS and fire that she went to school with. They died. I had 2 mothers died. Yeah, it was pretty hard here. It's pretty hard. And it's still hard to look because the streets are named after the people from the neighborhood. Like in my neighborhood, there's 3 people named after them. And it's really hard. Yeah, it's very, very hard.
Yeah, I mean,
really, really hard.
Definitely imagine.
Yeah, my brother came to New York. Was it not last year, but it was like 3 years ago. He was here. He told me what he was going to do because he's in New York because he was born here. But he grew up in Texas.
And I bet you give him a hard time about that too, huh?
Yeah, he has everything in New York and in his den, everything. I'm a New Yorker. I'm like, look, you were born in New York and you're bred in Texas, okay? You need to get over yourself. But he tries really hard not to sound like a Texan. So he really does believe that he's a New Yorker. He really does. But he's not. But he is. He behaves like one. But he's a piece of work. He really is. He's a piece of work. But now that he's married, he's a little different. And he's very busy. But if I call him,
he better answer. You better answer.
I mean, don't tell me that your phone's messed up. This has been going on for like more than a year. So I just decided to call him on it the other day. I said, you know what? Let me tell you something. I'm your sister. I said, let me tell you right now. So let's get this clear and straight. You don't have to bury me. You don't have to come take care of me. I've already arranged that. So don't worry about it. You don't have to come because I want to be cremated and I'm not going to be in Texas. Okay? So forget that. I'm not leaving you anything. Don't come here for nothing. Okay? I have nothing to give you. I said, but the next time I call you and you don't pick up the phone within 24 to 48 hours, I'm going to disconnect from you for the rest of my life. So don't ever call me again. I said, I'm your sister and you need to respect me. And if you don't want to respect me, I will never pick up the phone again.
What did he have to say about that?
He called. He calls now. I'm like, oh, hey, what's going on? Oh, you want to check on you? Oh, really? Yeah, no, I had to tell him that. I'm like, look, I don't care. And tell him I don't ask you for anything or do anything. If I call you for something, I need you to respond. I'm not here, say hello. I check on his kids. And I asked him, how's your father? Oh, he's doing okay. When is the last time you saw your dad? Oh, he was here. I said, is he alive? He's well. He's walking. Is he hurt? And they go, like, no. I'm like, okay, that's all I need to know. And I called him and I told him, this is it. This is a new year, buddy. This is your new sister. I'm not taking your crap anymore. Okay?
Leave that bullshit at home. This is what it is.
He always said, you need to be nice. I'm like, you know what? I'm not about being nice. You just need to, I don't call you for this. I call him to check on his birthday. I'll call him for Father's Day. If I feel like calling, asking what is he doing? Is he cooking or something like that? Just chit chat for a little bit. But it's not that I call him and bother him a lot. I mean, If I call you, just pick up the damn phone. And if you come into New York, let me know that you're here. You don't call me the day before you're leaving. Because I took him. He came in 3 years ago. He wanted to go down to 9/11. I know I forgot about that. So guess what? I told him you can't handle it. You cannot. You tell me what I can do. I said, Richard, you cannot go to 9/11. Oh, I can do this. So he came. He called me. He wanted to go. He picked him up at my cousin's house in Manhattan, up in Harlem. I picked him up, took him down there. We've been down there maybe an hour. He goes, I gotta go. I go, no. You got the balls in the bat. Let's go in.
Oh, wow.
I said, let's go in, buddy. No, I don't feel good. I'm like, really? I told you this was not for you. You didn't listen. And we had to leave. He couldn't take it.
Wow.
I said, look at it on the movie. That's it. And they show everything, how we survived, how people ran and cried. It's very sad. It's very, very sad. And they have everything in there. They left nothing out. Nothing out.
What movie would you be? They have like a lot of movies, right?
It's not a movie. It's a video that they have. You could see.
What is it called?
I don't even know what it's called anymore. They used to bring it out again around 9/11. It's horrible. It really is horrible to watch. And by the way, last year, around Christmas time, just before Christmas or Thanksgiving, they identified remains of one of the people, because they're still doing that, here in New York.
Really?
They identified another person. Yeah.
Think about how sad that is. Literally, what was it, 2001, 20?
It's 2001.
20 years later? 24 years later?
23 years later.
24. We're in 2025 already.
Right. No, yeah, this is 25, right. So, no, it's 24 years later. Yeah. Right. Yeah. So, yeah. Still have people remain that do. And I was looking at the program that they showed. It's done very dignified. Really, really nice. I will say that thing about New York, because New York is really crazy. It's very dignified. Really, really nice. And, Yeah, my friend over on like a block away from me, when they found her, identified her by her finger.
By her finger?
By her fingers, yeah, because they take
the fingerprint.
They take not your fingerprint. They take your family's, take your toothbrush, your hair, your different things like that. Family submits all kind of
DNA samples.
DNA to them, and they did. Yeah, that's what they did. Yeah, she died on her birthday. 9/11 was her birthday.
How sad. That's tragic.
Yeah, that's
such a.
Yeah, and she had the day off from work. She was off on her birthday, and her boss called her to please come. That she only had to be there for a few minutes, and because he needed her really quick, and she could go back home. Yep.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Her day off, boss calls her, come in, need you to check something. And
he begged her to come in, and she was only going to be there for like an hour or so, and she was going to come right back home, and she did. So for what we feel like, she never made it out of the train. We didn't think she made it into the building, because we were trying to figure out her time when she left. I mean, why we did that, I don't know. We were crazy, I guess. We wanted to figure out where about was she. She wasn't inside the building. She died from inside the train when the thing went down, because that was a whole nightmare there too. She probably was going through one of the tunnels and stuff like that coming into the Twin Towers. Yeah. It's horrible, really. It's so sad. It's a very sad situation.
Super sad.
But, yeah. And when we go through that 9/11, when we have 9/11, they play the movies and they show you, and they go through the whole freaking name list. And I understand the need to do that, but sometimes it gets very painful. But they have to do that. So now children of the firemen that died, some of their children are now firemen and police officers. They showed you this time on TV when they did the memorial. Some of the kids, they're using their father's badge number and stuff like that. It's kind of sad, though. It still is sad. And over 300 firemen have died since that. The people who worked on the pile down there, all the cancers that they have down there. It's sad. I mean, even though 9/11 is over, you still got people dying from 9/11 diseases. Over 300 and something people firemen have died since that time. Yeah, because
Wow.
they got cancer. It's sad because they worked those coals and things, that burnt thing,
Mm-hmm.
and that stuff was all bad. So it's kind of sad.
No, it is. It's super sad.
Yeah, it is sad. It's sad. But I called him Einstein. We went down there. He couldn't handle it. I knew he couldn't. I just told him, look at it. No, I want to go. I'm a New Yorker. I'm like, okay, all
All
right.
right, let's go.
I am. I said to him, you can't take it, buddy. I've never been inside of the building. That I have never done, and I will never go in there. I will never go in that building. Never. I will never go in there.
You've never been inside the building?
No, the building where they have all the memorabilia, where you go in, you see every single thing. They have all the everything that they have, all the destruction that they have. They brought it, like the fire trucks that were destroyed, the police department stuff that was destroyed, people, and it talks to you. I can't do that anymore. I can't do that. I can't do that. It's all in there. It's all in there. And it takes you like 2 or 3 hours to go through the whole thing, yeah. And we didn't even get to that. We were just walking around going down the stairs. One of the things he was like, no, I can't do this. I can't. And I like the walls are closing in on you. He goes, I can't. So we came out and he went for names, people that he wanted to see, a couple of people that he knew. He took, he just put paper and copied their names. Took some tissue paper and copied their names. That's what people do. And I put a flower on my friend's name when I go down there. I put a old flower on her name. That's it. So yeah, it's a sad thing.
Yeah, I just think overall, like, I mean, there's just so many different emotions that, like, I mean, thoughts that I'm just thinking and just emotion, just like everything that.
So have you ever been to New York before?
I've been there once. I have. I went with a couple of friends. We went to Boston and then we went to New York and we walked I didn't go inside the building. I walked where the Twin Towers were, where they have all the names, and it's just, I remember it was so sad. Like, it's so.
Yeah, if you went in the building, you would have. They have the way it's situated. I can see it on TV. It's situated that while you're going through the whole turmoil there, there's certain doors you can exit out when you can't take it anymore. They have emergency doors to get out.
Wow.
That's how bad.
And I can imagine just people.
Yeah, they do. People do run out. Yeah, they do. They do run out. Yeah. Because you hear the voice, you hear everything exactly like it was that particular day. They got the voices of the people, the firemen, the police department. You hear everything. I can't do that. I can't do that. I just can't.
Just think, I mean, I don't know. It's just crazy to think like thousands of people. Not just hundreds, like thousands of people.
Well, it was under 3,000 people died that day. Yeah. It was under 3,000, I think. Yeah.
Do you think it was a setup?
I don't think it was a setup. I just think it was Bin Laden hated our guts. Whatever happened, he got even with that. I mean, America did something, probably, looking at us. And you know what I said to my friend with that? I said, they're going to come for us again. They're not finished with New York. They're not. There's too much animosity, too much hatred here. People hate New York like no tomorrow. They hate us really bad. My daughter worked for a company that worked on the bridges here in New York, and she always told me, Mommy, stay out of the N train. I said to her, she went to school here, and she went to high school here, and she used to hate the N train. But she learned about the N train, the train that we take to go into Manhattan, which is like 5 minutes. And she said, Mommy, that train. I said, I know about the train. She said, you know what? If they ever come for New York again, they come in for the trains. You know that. I go, yeah, I know that. Yeah, I said, I know that. And there'd be no damn way to get out either. Because the trains that we had the 59th Street Bridge, there's a train that goes underground. So you in the tunnel, you under the water, and you're under the ground. Yeah. And the bridge is on top of us.
Mm.
Yeah, so it's pretty, she was the one that went and studied the whole geographical thing when she moved to Florida, worked for a company. I'm like, why do you call and tell me this shit? I already know that already. I don't need to know it anymore. She goes, She said, "Mommy, she didn't like the train and she doesn't like the tram either. The tram over here in Roosevelt Island, she didn't like the tram. I used to make her take it for school. She used to hate me for that."
Do you take it a lot still?
No, I don't take the tram that much. No. I don't love the tram. Once it got stuck out there one night, I'm like, that's enough for me.
It got stuck?
So it got stuck for about maybe like 8-9 years ago. The tram goes from Manhattan to Roosevelt Island. Yeah, it got stuck one evening, and I just missed it by a couple of minutes, and I cursed the guy because I had to pick up cupcakes for a friend that was coming home a different way. And the tram got there and right in the middle of the water. It stopped.
Focus on the relationship. Let her talk.
And I said to myself, if I was
And then now I'm gonna go in. I'm trying to find my way in to give her the offer, so that way we can move forward, and I can buy back my time because right now.
So you up in the air, that far up in the air, and you going from one car to another car. Yeah. And they did it. Nobody got hurt. Everybody got out alive. Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, so this is all New York. We have such fun here.
Well, when I'm in New York again,
you call me, look me up, and we can hang out. I can take you someplace.
I remember this one restaurant that I loved. It was called Sunflower. It was a brunch place. I don't know if that's still there. I don't even remember where it was, but it was all yellow inside, and just like it was such a vibe. They had amazing food. I don't know if you've ever been there.
Yeah, we've changed a lot. We get into, there's some places I want to go visit myself because I've been busy. And I said, well, I got to take some time and do what you call a home vacation. It'd be nice to do. I haven't done one of those in a long, long time. But New York is very interesting. I should say that. There's never a dull moment. There's never a dull moment here. There's something always going on. So it's nice. The reason I live here is such great independence. You don't have to depend on anybody, even though you do have good people to help you if you need it in an emergency. You don't need anybody. You can call and get out any time of day or night. You don't need anybody. You have New York is 24 hours.
This is the thing about a seller. You can literally leave a seller on mute, have lunch.
You can't do that in Cleveland. You
let her
can't do that
talk.
in Texas.
And yeah.
It's the convenience of being independent. And since I don't drive, it's really great. So it is what it is.
That's awesome. Definitely need to get out there soon.
So come. You have my number. Give me a call. Tell me who you are. Tell me you're Chris from investment company or whatever. Now remember, yeah, he's the guy I told you. No, I'm not gonna let you sell my property. Yeah,
No, it's gonna be different. It's gonna be like, oh, the guy sold the property too.
Yeah, right. So it's nice talking to you, Chris. But I'm not gonna sell you that. You give me no deal here that I'm not gonna be happy with. I'm not.
So what do you think? What do you think I'm going to tell you? I'm just.
I don't know what you're gonna say. I don't know what you guys want to do. But I can tell you what. I called my niece and told her, give me the names, give me the buildings, because there's some 2 houses beyond the building. I want to know what they're doing there. I said, and what's across the street? I know what's across the street. And I said, tell me, is anybody building? And the guy's building right across from my grandmother's house. He wants to put townhouses up. So I'm like, okay, that runs to what used to be my dad's land, and it goes all the way up to my aunt that passed away. She has a brick house there. I said, oh, okay, I got that. And I said, what else they doing there? It's across from that, because I don't remember the addresses of places. I said, what are they building across the street from the bar? What are they doing there? And I said, do you know the people next to the building, the bar? What are they doing? Are they doing any renovations over there? She goes, what are you doing? I said, just answer my question. Just do me a favor, check it out for me. I said, I just want you to check. Let me know what's going on and down there at the end over there. I said, because something's cooking. Something is cooking. Oh,
well, let me ask you, Didi, what will it take for us to get something done today?
I did a deep dive into my grandmother's business today, and it was very sad for me to do that.
Oh, I can imagine. I can imagine. You're emotionally attached to this. I totally get that.
She bought this in 1918. She bought that property with 5 acres. In 1918, it was 5 acres. Yeah, and she sold the part my father owned for $10 in 1945.
$10. Oh my! $10.
Yeah, she gave him his property, because it was her husband, his father, when she started to buy the property, and she subsequently married again. So she wanted to make sure he had property. She made sure he had a home. She made sure his daughter from his previous marriage had a home there. Yeah. My grandmother was a very good woman. She was very religious and sweetheart. She was a doll. She was like an angel. I used to yell at her for helping people all the time. But so I did a deep dive into her today, and that was pretty painful. And her idea was never sell the property. But she did tell me before she died, she said, Dee Dee, you're gonna have to make some hard decisions one day in your life, and you're not gonna want to do it. I go, my grandma, why you say that? She said, because you're gonna inherit your father.
Oh my gosh. Oh my
she did. She told me you're gonna inherit your father. And she said, and you're gonna have a hard time with Jack. She said, but you can handle him. You can handle your dad. And she just said, she said, he was hard on you, girl, Deidre, but you have to learn to forgive your father. I go, like, yeah, well, Mom. She said, no, promise me you'll work on it, baby. And I go, okay, Grandma. My grandmother could get anything out of me. I would do anything for my grandmother. Anything. And I just did a deep dive.
She's going to be happy you're selling me this land now.
I know she didn't like the bar. I knew she'd never liked that, a business on her property. I knew it. She never liked that. And because she called it a hunky tonk. And she said, Dee Dee, I don't like that. But she said, it's not my property. I gave that to your father. I'm like, okay, Mom. And she didn't like it. And so she died, and Grandma died 90, yeah. And she talked about that, and I thought about that today. I'm like, well, what do they want the property for? What do they plan to do with it? That was my thoughts today. Like, what would my grandmother want? What would she want? And I just had a melancholy day. I went out, walked, and did meditation and all that today, but it's fine. And I'm like, Mom, I don't know. I know what she would want. If I hit the lotto, I would do what I wanted to do with that place. I would just make it like a peaceful place. Even though I don't think people in Cleveland would enjoy it. I mean, I shouldn't say that. That's a general statement. But I would just like to make it like a place where I don't even know the children there, the kids there. I don't know what they think anymore. Because even the kids here in New York are a piece of work.
I just think it's a generation, and I mean,
they have no idea, no concept. If they don't have that phone in front of them, they have no idea. They have no idea whatsoever.
No, they're lost on their phone. They're lost in technology. It's crazy. That's like a whole nother hour we could spend on that.
They don't know what's going on in the world. You don't know what's going on in books. You want to read. You read books. Everything is on your computer. Your this and that, your phone. You don't even know what's going on in the world.
Mm-hmm. They're stuck behind a screen.
So they don't. I remember my grandson when he was in private school. They were going to teach him how to do script. I'm like to my daughter, what do you mean they're not teaching script? What is he supposed to do? Print his name for the rest of his life? Oh, hell no. I'm sending you a damn book. Teach him how to do script. The book taught him script. He knows how to write his name. He knows how to do script. But the school, private school, $6,000 a year. And kindergarten, first and second grade, you don't teach him script? Please, it's ridiculous. So I just like whatever. But yeah, he's a character too. But anyway, I just can't believe it. So they have no concept of anything.
And that's the thing. Like again, going back to the vision that you're saying. Like, I mean, there's so much things that can be done, but it's just like at what cost?
I mean, it's not a lot of property, I understand. Because I don't have understanding of property and acreage stuff. That's not, I'm too good at that kind of stuff because I don't know about land. I just know what I see on the paper and what I go there look at. This is it. Okay, fine. That's all I know. But I just look at it and I said, what would she have liked to have been there? You know, what would she have liked to have an exorcism from all the stuff that went on there? And just have that, make it one piece of property of hers that would be something that she would appreciate.
Well, I just want you to know that it is going to go into good hands. That is like the one thing. If I'm part of this, it's going to go into good hands and something useful will go there.
Yeah, I have to. I'm being honest with you first. I have to think about this. I can't let it go right now. Today, I can't do this today. I really can't.
I know you're emotionally attached to it. I totally get that. I mean, like I said, I see this.
She was like really, and my grandma's pictures is on my table.
I am not going to get off the phone without
she and my father and my mother.
Let me ask you, why don't you do something there? Like what would be the
number? I really don't know. I don't know. I was looking at the building and I was just looking at it today and I was really upset with it because this person's supposed to be taking care of. I'm like, if you're supposed to be taking care of it, why do you allow these people to destroy it? I mean, I expect more of you than that. You know, and it's like the graffiti on the building. And like when my stepmother, my brother told me he didn't tear it down. He said I wasn't part of it. I'm like, yeah, whatever. But people didn't have the common courtesy to call me, let me know that you're going to tear it down. You just did what you wanted to do. You know, it just wasn't right. And I'm like, okay. I mean, I understand they were breaking the windows and different things like that, but was it that bad? I mean, some bad stuff happened in there because I had to go to court to take care of it. I think it was in 2008. So the person who was in was running it like Plato's Retreat. I had to fly to Texas quickly. I had to shut it down, go to court, and everything for that. It was horrible. So I shut it down at that point. I'm like, you know what? It's done. It is done. Nobody's going in here anymore. So the kids, I guess the people that started to break the windows and the thing, I don't know if it was that bad. I mean, you could have sent me a picture before you took it down, but they didn't. So I didn't make any waves in that because I wasn't fond of my stepmother.
Yeah.
So I wasn't fond of her, you know. And well, she was my stepmother. She's my ex-stepmother. So my father divorced her when my brother was 16. So that they were divorced by the time he died. But you know, she was still in his life though. Like she lived in my grandmother's house, so that was a deal they made. So, and it was just, you know, I just felt like, you know what, so I don't do too much rocking the boat with Richard, like, but I'm very stern with him, you know. And he knows his mother and I have had battles. He knew that.
Yeah. Well, and I think especially after she went to go tear it down.
Well, no. It was way before that. I was a kid. I think I met her when I was 15. I met her when he was 15 years old. My father introduced me to her. And I said to him, so what do you suppose, what is your oldest going to be your new mother? I said, you got to be kidding me. I'm not looking for a mother. I said, you took me away from my mother, so this... And I was very smart. I said to him, so if my mother gets married again, I get a new father? He goes, hell no. I'm like, excuse me, you just answered the question, Jack. Just answered the question.
Oh my gosh. You're so
I was
funny.
very quick with my mouth.
I was about to say you're definitely quick.
I had to be because he was such a manipulator. Yeah, he was a piece of work. But I love my father, though.
No, and so I totally get it. I mean, you have an emotional side to it.
You know what a merchant seaman was in those days, back in the 40s? The men who went to sea, they were called merchant seamen to work they were lived in, basically. Basically, he was away from, my father went around the world 11 times. 11 times. 11 times he went around the world.
Wow.
Yeah. He went to sea when he was really 19, but he put him as he was 21. He got forged papers. Mm-hmm. So when he died, I got all of his crap. I found out. Well, I knew he had done that because he had told me that. He ran away from Texas. He ran away from his mother, my grandmother, when he was 16 years old, and he took a hobo train all the way to New York to my grandmother's sister here in New York. That's right. Yep. He left Texas when he was 16 years old.
That's wild. That's wild.
Yeah.
Well, see, that's where you get it from. You get it all from your dad, huh?
Yeah, he was 6'2", about when he passed away, he was like 240 pounds. Yeah, he's big. My brother's big too. Richard is big. All my brothers were big. My brother Jackie was a big guy, tall, 6 feet. Ronald was I think Richard is about 5'9" or something like that. He's too heavy. I told him the other day, you need to, on blood pressure. He told me about his blood pressure medication. I said, if you put me on a second blood pressure medication, you need to push yourself back from the damn plate. He goes, no. What do you think? I said, I think you need to push yourself back from the plate. I mean, you need to stop eating so much damn rich food. And I have an ulcer, so he always bothers me about, that's why you're so skinny. You can't eat any food. You're always sick on your stomach. I'm like, well, you know what? I don't eat meat. So I don't eat meat at all. I only eat chicken, turkey, and fish. Certain fish I can eat. Other than that, no, I don't. I don't do any meat at all.
Wow. How long have you been?
Well,
I just opened up another can of worms. She just said she doesn't eat meat, but she eats chicken. She eats fish. She eats. Bro, come on, girl. She's emotionally attached to the property. So it's being able to identify that. But now I got to work her backwards, and that's exactly what I'm going to do.
Cow meat.
And this is
cow meat anymore. And then I stopped eating pork. And I stopped eating red meat completely.
Okay.
Yeah, so I haven't had that in a long time. So, yeah, I don't, But I have an ulcer. My ulcer comes from stress and working and living, being crazy. So, that's
it. That's crazy.
So, but anyway, Chris, it's nice chatting. I'm going to go to bed. I'm tired. It was nice chatting crazy with you. But I'm not ready to let this go, and I know you're not going to do what I need to do. So
I'm just curious. What is it that you need me to do?
I just need assurances of what's going to happen here. And as I said, your company, what you do, I understand everybody has a job to do, and I get that. But
so what do you think my job is?
Your job is to sell me your deal.
Well, not necessarily sell you my deal, but that's why whatever
your investors want. Let's put it like that.
Well, that's why, like, for me, is like figure out what you want, so then I could tell you.
No, you can't figure out what I want. I told you what I want. I want more money than what you got. I wouldn't accept anything less than $20-something thousand for my property. Not less than that. It would be an insult to my intelligence here.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying, Didi. Didi, come on, girl, give me a chance. That's what I'm saying. Like, what I told you yesterday was before me even talking to anybody. That was just based on me. Now, I'm not the decision maker. But
I know you're not. No. I understand you're not.
So and that's why I tell you, like, yesterday when I got off, I'm like, wow, like, she was really offended, like, and I mean, like,
really, and you know what? I'm offended by other people too. Like I tell people all the time when they
call me. And now that I'm getting to know you, like, I see that's just who you are. You're like, nope, this is what it is. This is what it is. This is what I like that though.
Yeah, it is. I've been like that basically all my life. I mean, I've had people call me, insulted me. I don't know how they got my number, but they got it. So that's beside the point. And they'll call me and say, "Well, you don't live in Texas anymore. So what do you want with us?" To be quite honestly, I didn't ask you to call me. I don't know how you got my number, but it's none of your damn business whether I live in Texas or not. Okay? Don't call my house again. No, I'm not interested in. Okay, so don't call me. I had somebody actually tell me, "Well, so what do you plan to do with it?" It's none of your business. It's just sitting there. Well, don't you? I don't think anything. I think you need to get the hell off my damn phone and lose my number.
Oh my goodness, I love it.
Yeah, pretty much like that. I've had insults on people. Yeah,
I love it.
I had someone call me not too long ago. recently. But what do you plan to do with? Why? Is it any of your business? Well, you're not doing anything with it. Is it any of your business? But you're not. I'm like, you know what? I know it's in bad shape. Okay, do you have $1 million to give me? No, then get off the phone. So that's me.
And they never called you back?
I have one lady keeps calling me back.
Mm.
And I'm like, okay, you can call me Delia, whatever makes you happy, but I'm not gonna do it. And she gave me a deal the other day. She said, well, we'll pay the closing costs and we'll do this and we'll do that, but I'm not gonna. If the what do you call it? Surveyor is wrong, you got to pay for it. I'm like, hell no, I'm not paying shit. I'm not paying you a damn thing. You want the property, you take it as is, you do the survey, and I'm not paying for it. No, I'm not paying for a survey. Did I call you up and ask you to buy it? No.
This is what it is. This is what it is. What Dee says, this is what it is.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
I don't know. That's it.
So Dee, if I'm able to say getting close to the higher $20,000, is that something that you would on the higher side?
On a higher side of that, higher, much higher. I can't let it go for 20. It was worth.
No, I didn't say 20. Okay, let me say higher than $25,000.
Yeah, I would say something like that. Yeah.
Okay,
because it was worth that when my father died, and that's 27 years ago. Okay, and I have put more than that in the property tax, which I'm not asking anybody to pay for, but I'm just saying that it's you know what I mean. You want to offer when you said 10,000. I was laughing. I'm like, is he for real? Did he think I fell out of a tree?
No, see, and that's what gets me so mad because I'm like, damn, like, did I really like? I don't know, but we're past that, all right?
I always have a tendency to go to the far left. I do. I always go to the right. Yeah, I do that. I'm not the best person. I'm a good person, but that's a very sore spot for me there. And even people tell me, you really are, you really get. I said, yeah, I get testy on it. Yeah, I do. I said, and that's why I need to let it go so I can get on with my life. I said, my grandmother wouldn't be angry with me anymore. She know I've been struggling with this from 97 and paid taxes back from 95. And I mean, I've put things that I want to do on hold. Mm-hmm. So it's time for me to let it go. And I don't think she would be angry with me anymore. She wouldn't be angry with me anyway.
She's only going to be angry depending how you spend your money.
Well, no, she wouldn't be.
You thought about it. You're like, well.
I thought about it. Yeah, I want to go to France. I want to go to Paris.
You want to go to France?
Yeah.
Is that the first thing you would do? Why France? Why France?
I would go to Paris. My mother was from France.
Whoa, wow.
Yeah, my father married.
Have you ever been to France?
No,
now I'm going to make her envision herself in France.
I've been to the Dominican Republic, been to Puerto Rico, I've been to Mexico, I've been to Arizona, but I've never been to France, no.
Wow. France, Paris, the Eiffel Tower, huh?
So much that I would like to go, and I just like to travel and see. I don't like cruises and anything. I like to see open spaces and things like that. I like that. I don't like being confined in a little thing that somebody take me. So I like to explore on my own. I wouldn't mind being part of a tour. I don't think I want to be part of a tour, but I would like somebody to help me with the decision. But yeah.
Well,
so I don't know.
We're gonna get you to France this year. We're gonna get you to France this year.
Right now, I'm getting ready to go back to school to take a course. So I'm getting ready to go to school. That's what I got to do. And I have to work part time again. So I'm getting ready to do that now.
What are you going to school for?
Oh, I want to take a photography course, and I want to take a foreign language. I'll probably take French up.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Chris. Comment ça va?
I can do something like that. So, that. I mean, I don't really have to study French because you got a phone to do it for you now. But I would still like to do something on my own. So, yeah, I just have to do something. I would like to travel. That's it. I mean, When I say, I just want to do whatever I want to do and go where I want to go. That's it. I'm not in for cruises and different things like that. I just.
Well, there you go. Then see that I mean, this is just like my thought process is like with the money that you're gonna get from this, obviously the price that you want, you're gonna be able to do all that stuff. And like
Yeah,
you're
I
not,
was
you
gonna take
don't
my.
need to,
Yeah.
it's not like it's gonna cost you a $30,000 trip to France. No, you're able to go travel multiple
No,
places.
I'm going back to work part time. I've been off from work a year. I need to go back to work. So it's time for me to go back, and I want to take a class. So that's it.
Well, you got to go to France before you go back to work.
No. I'm going to go to school now, and then in a couple of weeks, I'm taking class. I'm going to mid-term, and take some. I want to brush up on my computer skills, and I also want to take a language, and I want to take photography. So I'm trying to see how far I can go if they give me a discount, since I'm a senior. So we'll see what they say.
You sound so young.
Yeah, I know. It's amazing because when I talk to my daughter, when I call my daughter's job, and I go, "Hi, I'm Natasha." Like, yeah, we know you're a friend, right? And I go, "No, I'm a mother." I said, "My daughter's voice is stronger than mine because she's a smoker. I've never smoked in my life." Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. She's her voice is much stronger than mine. Yeah, she has a stern voice. I don't have that. Yeah. I'm who I am.
I love that. I love how you're so straightforward, and that's what this world needs. I am who I am.
Yeah, I am. You take it or leave it. I don't care.
Yeah, that's. I love it. I am who I am.
Yeah, it's just it. I think if you really think about it, it's like a shield. I guess I have around myself. People say that you really don't care. You don't penetrate that shield. I go, right. You're right about that. Right. Yeah, it is what it is. And that's it. You either conform or you don't.
Simple.
Yeah, plain and simple. I know.
Simple.
Yeah, someone in my building today was doing something. They said something. Well, people don't like it. I said, ask me if I
care. Ask me if I care.
Yeah, ask me if I care. I said, I've been here more than 40 years, and this is the rule of the building.
We've been on the phone for an hour and 9 minutes this entire live, bro. There's no way we're going to hang up without locking this up.
He just looked at me. I'm like, hey, I really don't care. Well, do you know people don't like you? I said, ask me if I care.
I would have said, who cares?
No.
Who
I know who she
cares? No, but like, who? And then we responded, who cares?
You vandalize it. I told him, you can't vandalize the door where we live because you've lost your key. The thing is, you call the person that you need to visit. You call them and tell them you need to get into the
Oh my God. Is that what happened?
Yeah, they were doing. He was putting rocks in the door and kicking the door and stuff like that. It's a kid. I told him, no. You just recently moved in here during April, and now you want to do this? He goes, well, I live here. I said, yeah, and so do I. I said, and for your information, I used to be the captain of the building, so I suggest you look at the rules and read them. I said, you can call housing up and they'll tell you, oh no, Tilda don't play. She does not play. No, I don't. It's because you can't let people walk all over because they see you. They saw me as a single parent.
Come on. She wants over 25,000. 27,500. It's a done deal.
You're not because you're a kid. I told one kid one day, look, I had a 6'2" brother. He taught me how to bring you down. So any day you want to play, you let me know.
What's up? I'm right here.
And the kid just looked at me and go, oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. And if that doesn't work, I have a baseball bat to help you out. And I'm like, it's just it because they see you by yourself and you're alone and want to intimidate. It doesn't work.
No, not here.
No, I just don't do that. So I'm going to go to bed. I'm going to sleep on your offer, whatever offer you're coming up with, and I'll deal with it another day.
All right. Not today. That sounds fair enough. Did you get your new phone?
Huh?
Did you get your new phone yet?
Oh, it's coming.
There you go.
I just got a confirmation that it's on its way.
Awesome. Well, get some rest and we'll talk again tomorrow. Let me.
Okay, sweetie. Take care.
Have an amazing night. Okay.
Yeah, you too. Bye.
Bye. Oh my gosh, bro. She's about to join my live. Watch. She's gonna be like, Chris, I saw you were live on YouTube, so I went to your YouTube. But check this out. This is the biggest thing that like I'm just away from this. Okay, I wasn't gonna sign right now, but I'm focusing more on the relationship. I literally was on the playing field with $27,000. That's where I was going. I was like, would you take 20? No, it's like high 20. She's like, oh, well, she said something that struck. And I was like, no, like high 25, like higher than 25. Yeah, I'll consider that. I'll move forward with something like that. And then she went into Talktown. But just one of those things that you have to keep following up. And this goes with any seller. Just remember this, guys, is when the seller is doing the talking, you are closing them. But when you're doing the talking, they are closing you. And this is anything in sales, honestly. When you're asking the questions, you're closing. But when someone else is doing the talking, they're closing. So I hope you guys are able to learn something. I will go live again with this girl tomorrow. I'm not giving up. We're going to get it done.